0707, and welcome everyone to our Tuesday Super Crew News. I'm Arthur, and I'm joined by the ever wonderful Sally. Good afternoon, Sally.
Hello, good afternoon, Arthur and Commanders.
Yeah, now apologies in advance because I've had a coffee, so I may be way more hyper than necessary. But it's great to see everyone in chat. So I'm going to say 07 to a few people in chat. We've got Heather Jean, all the mods, 0707. Commander Simon, it was coming quick now. The Riz, Sidewinder, Tilted for DH397, Cyberdami, Mukrim, Corey Celesti, Saltok, Obadiah Joe, Sharon Valeri, Texas Terry. Texas Terry is a cool name. That's like a gunslinger name. It's like, I'm Texas Terry.
Texas Terry.
Sophia, Commander Nexus, says bonjour. The Official Radium, 07. Cal Backer, that's all the people from Twitch. Sally, have you got anyone there from YouTube?
Yeah, I got a good few. We got Ben Moss Woodward, hey, Jerry, Heather, obviously Heather is everywhere. Yeah, we got Grimulus, JJ Soko, Max Show 2.0, I like it rhymes. Phil Hall, Sergo Casimir, hello. Alexa, have I upset anybody's Alexa by doing that?
Oh yeah, you've got.
Hopefully not.
Alexa, hey Alexa, play John Farnham. You're the voice, and if you don't know that song, you're all wrong. It's a great song.
Good. Yes, lots. I think I've seen the Burpit in here as well as usual.
There's normally a few. I've seen a few regulars sort of lurking, but 07 to everybody.
Yeah.
I saw a few comments in there about some questions about some emotes for Elite Channel. Do you know what? I've seen that before and I haven't checked up on it, but it's a great idea. And I'll get one of the team on it to have a look. It'd be quite fun to have.
Yeah.
07 everyone, welcome to our Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it, Sally? Yes, it is.
I hope so.
Yeah. Welcome to our Tuesday stream. We've got a lot of stuff to go through today. It's all going to be predominantly community driven. We have a few bits of sort of game news I want to run through. Sally has very, very kindly provided me with a run of play, which I'm going to try and stick to.
He's a renegade. We can't stop him.
Do what I want. But Sally, if I forget anything or anyone in particular, please let me know because I have a habit of just rushing through things and getting it wrong. So if I get it wrong, I do apologise. So, a lot of people have been asking about update number 9, obviously, which will see the deployment of the new combat SRV, and people are asking when it's going to be. Now, it still is slated for early December. Now, I don't have an exact date for you. As soon as I have that date for you, I will obviously we as a team will communicate it out for you, so you can all be ready to enjoy that particular new toy. So that's all we have on that at the moment. As soon as that changes, we'll let you know, obviously. The next question that often follows that one is, when's the next development update? So traditionally we do one alongside every single update that goes out. But this is it's the last one of the year, will be slightly different. So we're going to do a little bit more showing than telling this time. So as I've already stated, there's going to be a dedicated stream for SRV shenanigans. There's also going to be a dedicated stream and more, which I don't take too much about, around Christmas time for fleet carrier interiors, which is really, really cool. So we're going to show you around a fleet carrier interior, and then there'll be a forum post that sort of goes alongside that, detailing sort of what's having a chat about the year, and then what to expect, sort of picking up with you again in January of 2022. It does feel like the last 2 years have been a bit of a blur, say, like with what's gone on. I seem to have lost time.
How has it been a year? I don't even know.
It's been like 18 months. Like, March will be 2 years of this nonsense. So
I know, and I've been back here 8 months, and it literally feels like 8 years, but done in 2 months. If that makes any sense.
It's bizarre. Time has just lost all meaning. It's lost all meaning, Sally. Like I can't wait to get back. And there's lots of stuff we want to do as a team for next year, which I might detail in the post, but I'll probably leave it till January. That we want to do in terms of the streams and how we're going to present ourselves to you and all this cool stuff. Like we're really excited to get back into the office and do some cool stuff in the office. So we'll look forward to sharing that with you again as well in January. So that's kind of some of the game news. Before we get into the community stuff, there is something I want to touch on because I'm not present in the forums as much as the team are, and certainly as much as Sally is. But please don't underestimate the fact that I actually do read all the forum posts and stuff that go through. I do, when I have some downtime, flip through them. And there's something I do want to talk about. Now, last week, we had an issue which was actually mentioned on the Super Cruise News, Sally, and you actually made a note of it, which was the FSD reward. And that issue came up and has subsequently been resolved. But what I want to talk about is some people's conduct in the forum regarding that particular issue. Now, just to be clear, we are aware players are frustrated and players are angry with certain elements of the game at the moment. And we're aware of that, and we take it on board, and we're not averse to hearing feedback. But I want to point out this particular issue was picked up on a Tuesday, and messaging went out. I think it was the following day, Sally, you put messaging out. And it was followed up with clear communication in terms of once we have a resolution, we answered the immediate question, and then when we have a clear resolution, we'll come back to you as soon as we can. I think it was resolved, I'd say within about 36 hours, I think, in total. But what my concern was with the messaging that came saying as soon as we have the full rundown, we'll come back to you, there was about 3 or 4 pages of comments. Now, I read those comments, and I think it's fair to say 99% of those comments were not questions. They weren't asking anything in particular. They were just particularly spiteful comments towards FDev in general, and they weren't. I understand frustrations. I've said it in the past. I don't want to make too much of a big thing of this, but I'd be remiss if I don't mention it. What you say affects people on forums, not just my team, but devs that work on the games that aren't conducive or, in some ways quite spiteful with messaging. We should be doing. We have an amazing community, and we should think about what we're saying when we're saying it in these forums. If you have an issue, raise it, but raise it in the right way. I've said this so many times. We are working hard every single day to fix stuff and put stuff in the game you guys and girls all want. But it gets really, really hard for us to go through these forums when there's pages and pages of stuff which isn't helpful to the team or I or any devs that are reading it. That's my comment on it, and I'm not going to go into it in too many more details. One side, I appreciate frustration. On the second side of it, I won't, and I have said this in the past, I will not tolerate that sort of level of comments and the way they were put out. I'm not going to say it was abuse. I'm not going to go one end of the spectrum to the other, but it just wasn't helpful for morale or actually resolving the issue. So if we have problems, let's do it the right way. Let's raise it, let the team work on it. We'll come back, we'll fix it as we did, and we did really quickly. So that's it on that. I don't want to. It's been said now. I hope that sort of stuff's been taken on board. Let's move on, shall we, Sally?
Yes. I think 1 second. I think there's some lag. I don't know if we've corrected it now, or if it is corrected now. But apparently there's a Windows sound going off.
Oh, do you
might
know what?
Be okay now.
It's my Windows sound chat, and do you know what? If anyone could tell me how to fix it, I would love you forever, because I've tried everything. I've turned off notifications. I've quit my VPN, relogged. It keeps telling me I'm not connected to something, but I'm literally connected to everything. Like I'm everywhere. So you're gonna have to live my life for the next hour, where every now and again a computer. Oh, hang on. But the computer just goes bling, you're not connected. But I think I might have a solution for that. So when it comes again, I'll try and fix it. In fact, let me just try it now. Let me do some work. Silence warnings. Now I've already clicked this. I need to click stop streaming. It's going so well, Sally, and then I'll break it all. So hopefully that's going to work.
I think it should be fine now. Because people are just chatting normally. I think that is okay. I think
cool.
We're okay.
All right, cool. All right. So thanks for the love and the chat. Honestly, I know it's not everybody, and it's not the case. But and I don't want to dwell on it too much. But thank you everyone from the chat for being so supportive and nice. Yeah. We understand it. It's a journey. We're walking with you. We all love the game. We all play the game. So we all want it to be the end product. We all design. We want all the cool new stuff that we've got on the horizons. We want to put in. So I think that's all the game news. I think if there are questions that people want to throw in chat, you can ask me. Have I missed something off, Sally? What have I forgotten? I've forgotten something. See, Sally's doing that.
No. You've got 2 exciting things coming up, haven't you? Actually, 3. No, never mind. Sorry.
What's the first one, Sally? I've lost my place.
So you've mentioned the developer update.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going on to the weekend, aren't we?
Oh, what we did the weekend. So yeah, this weekend, Sally, I, and some devs were very lucky to meet a few of the community members. Now I'm not sure if they were all Elite Dangerous, but I think they were actually. I'm fairly
pretty sure they were. Yeah.
I think so. This is it goes back to what we were saying at the start, like in terms of how time has just sort of evaporated. So these community members were people that had bid on. I think it was Game Blast, but it was 2 years ago, or nearly 2 years ago. It was before I even was at Frontier, and because of the pandemic, no, obviously nobody could meet up, etc., etc., etc. So it sort of dragged on and on and on, and eventually, Paul, who's somewhere in the rafters, probably watching in the darkness, as is Paul's want, managed to finally sort out, with all the right regulations and stuff in place, a lovely meal. So we had a meal on Saturday with some wonderful members of our community, and I have a picture. Now, hang on, Sally.
I love this picture.
Hang on.
Okay.
Because the first image is not that. I've got it back to front, but don't worry. We might be a spoiler for something else, but bear with me, chat.
Well, it is in both pictures. So...
No, there's a third picture though. Don't worry.
Is it?
Oh, it's not. Sorry, it's not. It's not the picture's not up. It's just a black screen. Hang on.
Okay.
It wouldn't be an Arthur and Sally chat if it wasn't Arthur messing something up. Here we go. So there we go. There was the wonderful members of the community joined us, and you can see in the foreground actually the second really exciting thing I want to say about that meetup. So you can see there's me and Adam being super sensible in the background, trying to do our best superhero / action movie pose.
It's my favourite photo.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and on the table you can see a very large 3D printed SRV. Which was brought along in a box, wasn't it, Sally? I think.
Yeah, it was. It was a very mysterious box.
It was there was a big tease, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure what's going to be in the box, and I generally was like, I have no idea what's going to be in here, and I waited till the end of we had our meal, and we came along, and I was like, I really hope this isn't like Seven, and Brad Pitt started running down the aisles to find out what's in the box, but what was produced was this. Honestly, it knocked everybody for six. Like this SRV came out, and there's a better picture of it actually. You have to excuse the beer for scale. But there you go. There's the SRV, all 3D printed by the amazing a member of the 12 Ronin. Now I have the commander name, which I've posted somewhere. Sorry, Sally. It is from Gavin Williams. Sorry.
Yes.
Who made this from the 12 Ronin, but it honestly, like, people in the restaurant just stopped and they were like, what is that? That's incredible. The staff came over, they were asking about it. I've never seen anything to this scale, this intricate either. So all the parts were printed in different coloured plastics and stuff like that, and the rubber tyres were printed, which I honestly thought were just tyres bought from like a RC shop or something like that. But he was like, no, 3D printed the whole thing. So it took a few months to make, but it's in my care at the moment. I'm not stealing it. I know Zach will be very jealous of this, but what I'm actually going to do is bring it in for the studio when we do our studio shows, and it's going to take front and center, pride of place. I'm also want to build like a terrarium for it, and sort of put it in and give it the love and attention it needs. But really cool, Sally, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was awesome. And it was under the table for so long, and I was just like, what is that? What is it? Open it. But yeah, it was nice. Yeah. Very generous, don't we? Have a very generous.
Very generous and very talented. It's surprising. Yeah. It looks fragile. It's very stable. It's a very sturdy object. Like when you pick it out, it's got some weight to it and stuff like that. But I was terrified taking it home because I may have had one or two beers, chat. So I was just like,
no, they were not beers.
Well,
that was whiskey.
May have had one or two whiskies, and
first thing I saw in your hand
was a large whiskey. But it was a really fun night. Got to meet lots of lovely commanders, some who were showing off some of the really cool stuff they'd done, and I've got something which we'll go through on next week, which is like a follow your own adventure show, which is really cool, really fun. So we'll get some more details on that because there's a little bit to explain on it. So I'd rather just do that properly. There's a commander who was traveling around to as eco-friendly as possible, which is really cool, from Switzerland to come and see us, and then come pick up a Christmas present for their child, and then go back. And they did a whole round trip on it. It was a really wholesome evening just to meet everyone, and we had some lovely devs there. We had Adam, Dav, Sam.
Yeah, Dav. Yeah, Sam.
So there was lots and lots of people there. It was a lot of fun. It was nice to have. It was nice to do in-person meetups, wasn't it, Sally?
Yes, it was. I think that was 2 years in the thingy, wasn't it? That was in planning because of obviously staying safe. So it was pretty overwhelming. It was like, oh my gosh,
it was
community people.
It was really cool. Fair and big shout out to Paul for taking it on board, because there's lots of hoops you've got to go through these days to make sure these events can happen. For obvious reasons, and we're not knocking it. But it's odd to see humans interacting again in a not a large scale, but in a like a social scale, because everyone's really like can't remember how we do this anymore. Like, do we shake hands, bump elbows, what do we do? Very strange, but it was very, very lovely to do that. So that was really, really cool. So that was the weekend. In terms of our news, I guess, Sally. I went and saw Ghostbusters, by the way, chat. But that was it. And then I guess it's a nice segue, isn't it, Sally? It's a nice segue.
I know. I'm excited.
I'm going to let Sally. Do you know what? I'm going to let Sally this, and because
oh my god,
Sally's been putting a huge amount of work into this, as well as we've got to get him on one day as Al. He's always in the background, moving around like Batman. Al's been doing a lot of work on this as well. But I'm going to pass this over, because the next thing we have to talk about, Sally, is
I try. Is it on screen?
It's on screen. It's on screen.
Okay, cool. So last stream that we were on, you may have heard me and Arf going, we'd really like to do a meetup, and we do have an idea for one, and we're excited that we can share something really soon about a potential festive style December meetup. And we are well underway with the plans for it, so much so that we have a date, and that date is coming up pretty fast, which is why we're telling you now on stream before we post out on the forums and stuff. But we will get to the forums as quick as possible with the date. But the 10th of December is when we are planning this intimate festive meetup in Cambridge Centre. And we're very excited, Arf, are we not?
Very, very excited. As I said, there's a lot of work that goes in on this, like from both ends, like from our end and then the venue's end, to get things organised and making sure we're following all the regulations and bits and bobs, and it'll all be covered in the forum post. But super excited to do this. Generally, just to spend some time with you and talk to you through your trials and tribulations. We know it's been a challenging year for everyone, so we just want to share some time and thank you for your support. We've got some fun and games. I'm going to do a pub quiz, Sally. I'm going to do a pub quiz.
Yes, you are. I'm really excited for this.
I mean, I've got the body for Al Murray. I've got Al Murray's body, so I can do the whole.
I thought you meant more hair, to be honest, or lack of hair.
Well, I've got more facial hair, I think.
That's true, but along with Arf's pub quiz, we'll have all commanders love a raffle, don't you? We all love a raffle, so there's going to be raffles, music, food, bar. It's just going to be a bit of a shindig, really casual. There are a limited number of tickets though, because we're having to go through safety, and events are still very, we want to be safe for you guys, we want to be safe for the teams and everybody who's going to be there. So there is a limited number of tickets. There are a limited number of tickets available. So more information will go live on the forums as soon as possible. We just need to do a few more checks with health and safety and so on. And then we will also, in that post, let you know when the tickets go on sale, so you can be prepared to jump in when we post the link to the tickets.
And just to be clear, it's all proceeds are going to Special Effect. So all the money we raise for raffle and tickets and stuff will be going to our very good friends at Special Effect. We've got some cool prizes to give away. We've got some earbuds, some HOTAS. I think we've got some HOTAS. Yeah, we have got some HOTAS. Some earphones. Lots of cool stuff is going to be going in. Also to set expectations, we're not going to be revealing anything new. So we're not going to be sort of showing anything off at all. It's literally just a thank you from us to say thanks for your support. Thank you for your consistent and valued feedback, and just be nice to meet people actually. Because even when I joined in the midst of it all. So I think the LaveCon I did was on a Zoom call. It was all very strange. So I'd like to meet people in person. So that's going to be great. I saw some comments in chat saying it's going to be at Hutton Orbital, isn't it? No. It'll be in Cambridge. It's not so far as Hutton Orbital. I also saw Mr. Spin from Buttermoon said, "Do you want to have a close-up chat about Power Play?" Absolutely, sure. Why not? Let's do it. Power Play is, as I've said it before. I haven't forgotten you. I can't say anything else.
Can I just address something? There's a lot of people suddenly, very suspiciously, come out of the woodwork saying, I don't care about your community stuff. I want to know what's going in the game. Tonight is community highlights, and we're going to be going through community highlights. So if you're looking for more information on the game itself, I've covered that at the very start. There's not going to be any more of it. So you may as well get your evening back, and we'll crack on with all these awesome community news.
Yeah.
Exactly. As we go.
Exactly. Well said, Sally. Thank you. So that's cool. Orange Plus says, now I've got to try and make it over to the UK. Okay, yeah. Well, the more the merrier. And like, so they are, as Sally said, the tickets will be limited. We'll give you as much heads up as we can in terms of like for when the tickets go on sale. We don't want anyone to miss out. So please bear with us. So I think that's sort of covered it. But we're excited to do it. Very excited to do this meetup. Okay. What do we have next? We've got some community news, I think, haven't we, Sally?
Well, people have been asking for it, so we may as well tell them that there is going to be one. That wasn't too cryptic, was it, Arf?
Well, I don't understand it, so maybe it was. People have been asking for it, so now there is one. Oh, I'm so confused.
There's a big worldwide. Is it worldwide global event with where people buy a lot of things?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that thing. Do you know what? It's been a bit of a day, chat. All right, I've had a bit of a day. My brain's a bit blitzed, but I do know what it is. We're at a certain time of year where a certain event is very close at hand, where things get cheaper, and it's arriving pretty soon. I'm not allowed to say too much because I'll get in trouble. The commercial team will kill me. But there will be some really cool stuff I think that you'll like very soon. So keep your eyes and ears open on our social channels for some of the really cool stuff we've got going in to this event, global event that happens every year. Sale.
Certain colour.
Yeah. If you were a pirate, they would probably be the sort of coloured sails you would have.
Yeah, but is that colour a colour?
Only if you sailed on a certain day of the week.
Right.
Yeah.
It is coming. We are doing one.
It's coming, yeah.
Soon.
Yeah, you'll see the socials go out. So keep an eyes open for that.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
And I'm sure it'll have the things you really want in them as well. That's all I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything else because commercial will kill me. What's next on our list, Sally? We've covered that's everything, I think.
Oh, yeah, we did end up doing a bit of a flip reverse, didn't we? So now, I think it's community stuff.
So this is something you said you signed up to this thing, haven't you, Sally? This is what I'm about.
I have signed up to this thing. It sounds absolutely brilliant.
So
do you want to play the trailer first?
I will. I'm going to check the sound in it when it comes in, chat. So hold your ears because you know what I'm like for videos. I can't actually hear the video itself, and I haven't had a chance to watch this. It is in. So I will I won't talk over it because my mic will still be live. So here we go. Here's the video.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour.
there we go. So apologies, I did try and warn you about the sound. I hadn't checked it, and I looked, and it was like redlining. So hopefully it wasn't too loud after about 15 seconds. Exorcist, I saw your comment. It's really loud because I was so old. He's deaf, essentially.
Oh no!
It's accurate.
Oh, no.
Accurate. That's a really cool video. I need to hear it with the sound actually, because I haven't had a chance to hear it. Like I say, when I'm setting up for the stream, I just have to shove all the assets in and sort of go.
Yeah.
So I haven't had a chance to look at it, but it's really, really cool.
Very impressed.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about it,
Amazing
Sally? What you
trailer.
have on it? What's the news on this particular?
Yeah. So it's an expedition called the Magellan. I hope I'm saying Magellan right. I thought it's one of those words that you read it and you say it to yourself, but you very rarely hear it. The Magellan Expedition, hosted by the Independent Explorers Association. They're kicking off this one of the biggest events of the winter with 125 commanders already signed up. 126 as of today, probably more actually, but I signed up myself because this is going to be sick. If anybody knows or has been to as far as the Magellan with the phenomena, there's lots of amazing crystal phenomena out there to see. They're all pink and blue and beautiful. What I'm going to do, we don't have Zach this week, so we don't have an exclamation mark
hero
command because I am not that smart. So Heather, if you can be on hand for me, I'm going to post a few links to this in the chat. So you can sign up on EDSM and you can join the Discord as well for more information. There's also, what's really impressive is it all kicks off on November the 28th, and there's going to be multiple mass launches, so to cater for all of the different time zones.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can see, yeah, it's going to be so good. I think one time zone tips it over to the 29th even, but it's all been thought out.
That's super cool.
So good.
If there's the commanders taking part, please take pictures of the mass jumps or videos. I love those sort of videos. They're incredible.
I might give Dav a forewarning. But yeah, so then it's open to, I'll just read what it says as an overview. It's open to all skill levels. They'll have carrier support to assist when folks need to be with their families for holidays, because it does span over into next year as well. So that's cool. The Independent Explorer Association would like to invite you to come on a little end of year trip with them. That's the spiel. It'll be longer than the usual one. So gonna go to see Magellan Star.
That's cool.
And I'm signed up.
You are signed up. You give us some updates, Sally, when you're on there. Let us know where
I'm gonna be taking photos.
Where the pink wafer's at.
Now, one thing, if you are familiar with the area, you're gonna need to have an absolute minimum jump range of like 42. And they recommend, take a lot of Jumponium with you, which I'm definitely going to need to farm because I only have like 34 in the Cobra, even though I've done my best to engineer as much as possible. But yeah, so they recommend 50 light year jump range or stock up on Jumponium. Don't do what I did at Beagles. I couldn't get back. I ended up getting very lost.
And also shout out to I did see Talon's in the chat, but amazing video, well done. I think that a lot of the people in the chat as well appreciate that. That was a really cool video. So amazing work. Thank you very much.
Yes, and hopefully see you there because I'm so excited.
I'm cool. Excited for you, Sally, because you were talking about it before the stream started. You're like, this is really cool. I'm doing this. And I was like, that's really great. Okay. So next up we have this is I need to adjust my screen, my notes. Is this the holiday? Am I right here, Sally? Is this what's
holiday? Yeah, Operation Ida.
So Operation Ida. So I'm going to read the spiel that's written in front of me here, just so and I put the thing up on screen, so there's some stuff to have a look at. Big fan of this. I love this asset as well. I really like it. I don't know why I really like it, but I really love it. So the holiday. So here we go. The holiday season is upon us, which means it's time for Operation Ida's 4th inaugural holiday haul. Join us as we embrace the spirit of giving one ton at a time, while benefiting a great cause. Holiday Haul 2021 will feature Beluga Limbo, on-foot Thargoid surface structure site tour, hauling convoys, and our premier event, a 24-hour haul where we will try and break our own station repair time record. In addition, each event will have prize giveaways featuring Ida-branded gifts such as pint glasses, coasters, patches, and more. And we're also pleased to announce this, that their grand prize winner will be their very own. Wow, I didn't read this, Sally. The grand prize winner will be a fleet carrier.
This is no joke. This is like
Lordy
festive
Lord.
Holiday entirely.
Yeah, just in time for.
You know, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, carry on. I'll bring this on you after.
As with the past 3 holidays, Operation Ida will be raising funds for charity for the duration of the event. This year, they're looking to their community to help select the benefiting charity, and they're proud to announce all funds raised during the Holiday Haul of 2021 will go directly to the Doctors Without Borders. So that's incredible. So incredible event for incredible people, run by an amazing group of people. So nice work. Sally, what are you going to spring on me?
Oh, so you said you wanted a pint glass.
Oh, don't tell me you've got one. Do you know what, right? Sick of this. Absolutely sick of this. Oh, here we go.
I've been using it. I'm sorry. It's really dirty. It's a bit dirty because it's had orange juice in it.
Let's see how it is.
It's. Do you know what as well? I think you mentioned.
I don't.
If you bear with me.
I'm not sure we can be friends anymore, Sally.
I think you mentioned coasters as well.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure they'd give you a fleet carrier as well. I mean, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this.
So don't worry, this was a care package to all of us. I do have yours here, Alf, don't you worry. But they're very, very generous gifts in a care package that have been sent to us.
Yeah.
I have got them all right now. I won't lie.
Oh, what?
But,
You've got ours as well?
Yeah.
We'll be having words after this, Sally. We'll be having words about this, young lady. You've deprived me of a pint glass, and that's grounds for war.
Marshmallows. Operation Ida Marshmallows. I just said.
Marshmallows. Brilliant.
Marshmallows.
Fantastic.
And we had a lovely letter as well, which I haven't opened because I have thought of the team, so I think we'll open that together, and I've got some lovely artwork down there as well from the guys. So thank you.
Well, thank you in advance. The pint glass alone will be very well appreciated from my end.
It's nice, isn't it? There's only a couple of these, so I'm keeping one.
Oh well, we can arm wrestle over it. I fairly certain I've got the advantage. Although Bruce used some sort of mind game on me and beat me. I don't know.
Probably. He'll shoot you in the back.
They shoot me in the back, yeah. Cool. But again, it's on the Holiday Hall is events 3rd of December to the 1st of January. Events, prizes, and hauling. And it's the 4th one. So there we go. That's amazing stuff. And then I think after this, we're on some Reddit stuff, Sally. Am I right?
Yes. Where are we now? Yeah, Operation Ida.
So this is.
I also put the link in the chat as well.
Yes, if you can.
For
that in there for me.
And I've done that. Yeah. So now, we're on to Reddit bits and bobs now.
Orange Sparks, I can hear Sally's performance review approach. You've done all this amazing work, Sally, but you didn't give me my pint glass.
No, it is here. I've also seen somebody from Ida being like, "We have sent you one as well." I am going to share it. Don't worry, I'm just being very silly. It is here ready to bring to the guys.
But it just shows you how often it is we get to see each other in the office. It's very rare. It literally, it's like ships passing in the night. We very rarely are all in one place at one time. And Paul hasn't. So here's a true fact: Paul has not actually met me in person. I mean, he's very lucky in that respect, but he's never actually met me in person. So, and yet we've worked together now for nigh on 15 months, and I've not met Paul in person. So it's a very strange time. But thank you very much for everyone that sent all those sort of gifts. Honestly, they're massively appreciated by us, but they're not required. Your dedication's way more than enough. Okay, so what's first up? I've got something here that says. Now I've only got the name of it, which is Eyeball 125.
Yeah. Flying through some rings. We haven't seen some skills like this for a while. I can't remember, and I feel terrible about it. There was one. It might have been Madaxo. But there was one commander who was very, very good at navigating through rings. Okay. And this one just reignited my... Okay,
well, I'm going to just preface this with, again, everyone hold your ears, because I haven't checked the audio. So just, here's your warning, you're starting for 10. As soon as I start playing it, I will check the audio. But just watch your ears. You can't watch your ears. You know what I mean? Right, here we go. Cool.
Gotta go. Careful.
There we go. It's cool. Very, very cool stuff. I mean, I want to point out that they're amidst a conflict zone there. There was fighting to be had, but they were busy just flying between rings.
So
But really,
cool.
really cool. And in a cobra, Sally. And in a cobra.
Yeah, beautiful. See, nimble, graceful, elegant, skillful, pilots, fly
Smooth
cobras.
flying, sweet. That's cool. And then the last one, obviously, slaloms are so much fun. It's the first video that I've seen, Sally, actually, in fairness. So more.
Yeah.
I can think you pass this on to Zach and Bruce. I can feel another elite sports coming up.
Good idea.
We can have a look at that. So what's next then, Sally? What do we have next?
Next we have cats.
Oh yeah,
We haven't had
cats.
cats on stream for a while. You've got some new cats, haven't you, Arf?
I have. I've got two. I have Mr. Ron Barabbas Burgundy and
Yeah.
Ghost Cloud Nimbus. My two cats. So, but this is another cat here. I love this shot. It's a really cool shot.
I don't have the names of these, but they are by N Weston, I believe is from Reddit, and Dante Schnick from Twitter.
Oh,
yeah.
Are these two different cats? Are these two separate cats?
I hope so.
I thought it was the same cats, which is why I did this. But they are. You're right. Now I've looked at it. They are two separate cats. Entirely two separate cats.
Yeah.
But very, very cool. Cats doing what cats do best: sleeping and getting in the way.
Yeah.
And I love the way that it's been labelled Space Cat, in case we weren't sure which
Just in
part
case.
was the cat.
Yeah.
And I believe that's an Alienware PC down the bottom there. I think I can tell by the unique sort of case. Not sure. Not sure.
Definitely some good use of LEDs going on.
It is an Alienware because I see the mouse has got the alien face on it. Yeah, very cool. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. What have we got next?
Next we have Carlos Giralt on Twitter. I was blown away by his cockpit setup at home. So we've gone from cats to Elite Dangerous rigs and setups. So when they're on screen.
Did you say this is after like 40 hours of playing? Decided that you're going to settle this up?
It's very funny. Their post on Twitter said, I said to myself, I'll just start playing Elite, but after 40 hours of play, this is now.
It's very much like me. It's very much like me and a packet of biscuits, Sally. I'm like, I'll just have one.
Is it?
I'll just have one.
Right.
I'll just have one. But it's a really cool setup. I don't even know. Is that custom built or is this something?
Good. I have no idea. You see, it was on Twitter, so obviously you're limited to what you can say about it. So I'd love to know more. Like this, if this is on Reddit, and
I think it's custom. I think it's custom built, Sally.
I'd love to know more about how this was done and what's. I'm going
to go as custom.
It's got to be. I haven't seen anything like it.
Super cool though.
Cockpit.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And is the blue light behind is like an ambi light monitor?
That looks like it's behind.
That's very cool.
Either that or you just popped in. Mind you, you're right, ambilight, because it's got the blue.
Yeah, I think it's an ambilight. You know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Beautiful.
Who knows, chat? But it's very, very nice. Really cool.
Well.
Also appreciating the tidiness on the left there. Like the whole wall rack for the iMac, the cable tidiness. Very, very big fan of this. Big fan of this.
I noticed that. I bet
big
the
fan
cable,
of this. Oh, I'm chat. Just so you're aware, if you send in a picture of your setup, I will just start to disseminate your life from your picture. I will start looking at what's where. I look at everything else apart from what I should be looking at. But really cool setup. Thank you very much for sending that in. Okay, and next we have Room Wand on Reddit showing off some Cockpit accessory concept art. Oh, I did have a gig at this when I popped this in.
Amazing concept artist. Yeah. Yes.
I did like this. So can we spot what's in here? We have a scarf for a football team, I'm assuming. We have a minion. I don't know if it's a minion bobblehead down the bottom there. Some dice, of course, some furry dice. What's got some boxing gloves. Some pearls. A teddy bear holding a picture frame of someone with a very interesting collar.
It's one of ours. She's one of ours. This was I probably shouldn't bring it up because it'll obviously
ignite something.
Some wants for it. But there were at one point I remember people really wanting photo frames for their cockpits, which are a really lovely idea still. But I mean, they do come with a whole host of issues where, especially if you could put your own photos in them, imagine. But yeah, it's fun.
It's good. I do like this this image. I do like the style. I like the incense. They're not an incense burner. What are these things called? Diffuser, right?
Sorry, I'm laughing at Orange about that Granny Torval picture. yeah, Granny Torval.
Granny Torval.
I don't know how pleased she would be with that, but yeah. That is those reed diffuser things.
Yeah,
so you can.
There's
a lot of thought going
into this. I like the style as well. I really like the style. So it's a bit.
It's just nice. Yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah, it's good. It's really nice. Thank you very much. So that was that was Commander Rune Wand. I popped that in there. So. Next up, now I'm a fan of this person's work. Anyways, this is
always.
I'm gonna get this wrong now. Fosdyke.
Yeah, I call him Fossy. He's a Fossy.
But some. Oh, I got to turn that one off. Some really cool. It's not the sort of bag you'd probably get on a plane with. I don't think you'd be allowed to travel much with this bag. But it does let you know what's in there. And I like that it's got the Manticore stuff going on. I like the way the explosives is written in kind of like that old sort of Wild West style font. It's really cool. Very, very cool piece of sort of, I'd say it's like concept art was pretty a fair way to say this, right? It was artwork.
Yeah, again, it's just more like 3D art. It's
very,
still
very
art,
cool.
No
very, very
how
cool.
It's made. I love it. A lot of people on social were like, I really want that for a laptop bag.
Oh, wow, that'd be really cool.
I can see it being really good as a laptop bag.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of stuff like this. When we did the press kits, I wanted it to all be very much real world, which is why they were all Vista Genomics boxes and stuff like that.
Yes, cool.
To use a horrible pun, but this is very much my bag, this sort of stuff. So I love all this. This is really, really cool. So if you haven't got a chance, follow this Fosdyke on Twitter, because there's always some really cool images getting thrown up. And generally a nice person. So worth your time, chat. Worth your time. Are that the last bit of... I think that's the last bit of content. And then we've got our Stellar Screeny, Sally.
We do screen time.
So
very cool.
Let's move on to our first Stellar screenshot. So the first one is by Akula S. IKEA inside a burning station with... just debris. I thought it was a ship up there, just debris. There's more than one burning station, if I remember rightly, when I was rearranging these pictures, but it's a really cool shot.
Yeah, there's a lot of destruction this week.
A lot of destruction. Paul will be very happy. Although he did help pick most of these, which probably makes sense why there's so much burning flames. But a really cool dynamic shot. I love this stuff going in. This is a thing that I'm always amazed about with I'm pointing it with my pointer, the chat can't see this. When I see players in big ships doing rescue missions, it's the debris that they avoid, which is always what amazes me the most, because I always get pinged by debris, even in a smaller ship. But there's some very talented command. But it's a great shot, really cool shot. Lots of reds, and I believe this paint job's, I want to say it's pink, but just looks red in the light.
I wonder if it's the Predator one, Like I don't know. Like I'm only trying to see closely, but there was like a gradient pink and red Predator paint job that looks a bit like that. But
cool. So nice work, Commander Akula S. IKEA. Now, Akula is a type of Russian submarine, and IKEA is a Swedish superstore. I don't know if there's any correlation between this sort of thing. Maybe it's a Russian superstore underwater. Who knows? Who knows? But we can see. That's great work. Commander Alex Black R.C. I really like this because it's got one of my favourite ships. One of my first ship I spent a lot of time in, which is the Asp Explorer. The colours here are amazing.
Yeah. Purple. Very nice.
So really cool. Really, really cool shot here. Lots of purples and blues.
Love the lens flares as well. Very JJ.
Yeah, Abrams would be proud of this. Would be very proud of this.
He would.
So that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Next up, let me just scroll up here for a second. Next up, we have Commander Sea Rabbit. There goes the second burning station. I really like this because it's you can see the green goo on the station. The pink engine flares there, Sally. I think that's you'd be a fan of that.
I did. Yeah. Spotted those.
And that's a station over some rings, right?
Yeah, this sets me on edge a little bit. I don't know about you. Like, there's a lot of it feels very action. And it's almost like I'm falling a bit. Like, it made me uneasy. I don't know why.
No, it's
just the angle. I think maybe I don't know.
It's like I think there's a lot of stuff been caught mid happening, like explosions and stuff going on.
Yeah.
So it does feel there's a lot going on in this picture. I really like it though. Really, really cool picture. So well done, Sea Rabbit. It's a really cool shot. Next up, proving that sometimes just a basic shot can be very, very effective. Chris Zander, Connor Chris Zander in an Eagle, right? Very, very cool ship. Cool looking ship. A bit too cool for my liking. It's not clunky enough for me. I
always doubt myself when I don't see eagles or ships like this very often, and I'm like, wait a minute, is it an eagle?
But very, very cool.
Eagle.
Over a tenuous atmospheric planet. But I do like the shot. Just simplicity is key sometimes. Really nice shot.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Next up, we have another cool shot, and it's another burning station. Paul, did we have a particularly rough week, Paul? So
I think.
Commander Green Lego Man 08. And I like this because it's clearly like a rescue ship going in, because the white and red stuff. That I want to say is a Python, right? From the back, is that a Python? Chat, help me out.
No.
I don't know. Can't tell. It is a Python, right?
Is it? I actually can't tell on it from this angle, so it's very tiny.
Yeah, that in fairness is pretty small here. I'm pretty terrible with ships. But yeah, I really do like the red and white paint job.
If yours is a chieftain, a crusader, or a challenger, you know your stuff.
Yeah, I'm okay with the alliance. I'm if I know it's a chieftain, just makes my heart sing. Everyone's saying, yep, it is Python. Yeah, it's good. That paint job really suits it as well. That red and white, really cool.
It does. Yeah.
So there you go. There's hope for the people in that station yet. As Green Lego Man goes in on a rescue mission in a not small ship either. So good luck with the debris. And then next up we have Commander Hobbs. Really cool shot here. Really cool shot of a black hole and all the gubbins.
Some amazing stuff. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I actually tried to go. I will do actually this week. I'm doing a little round tour of photographing interesting places right now, and I was going to go to a black hole. But even though they don't, I've seen loads, but they make me nervous. Even though they don't really hurt that much, they just set your orientation off and stuff. But they scare me no matter, even though I'm falling into a bunch, I still get scared to get this close to photograph them.
But they make great photos. They're
they
like
do.
the lions of space. They look amazing, but you don't really get too close. Also, sorry if I keep checking my phone. We have tried to do something different on today's stream by streaming somewhere else, and I keep seeing my teams flash up, and I'm a bit nervous that we've broken something. But so far, so good. So don't worry about it. It's not. I guess you guys won't know what it is, but we're trying something. But we kind of did it. I went a bit rogue and just said press the button. So I don't know where it's gone.
So I pressed the button.
So I'm now checking every time my phone flashes, my heart goes, oh, is this the one that tells me I'm in trouble? So apologies, chat. Right, what's next? So we have Next up, Commander Cronenberg. There we have a purple vet just parked deliciously in looks like a hydroponics station. Really, really nice picture. I like the composition of this picture. You actually get a really good sense of scale of the vet in this picture, which is really, really cool. I was chatting to some of the commanders on the weekend about my experience with the vet. I really like the ship. I'm just not good enough to pilot it yet. And that's pretty mean. All big, really big ships. Actually, I just don't. I'm not used to. I'm used to the agility of the chieftain and the speed of it, and I just I forget how big anacondas are and corvettes are, and I always crash them. Right, we've got 3 more. So next up we have Commander Overseer. Now I had to check like twice to see what was going on here. So there's lots of investigating space things. I don't have my chief science officer here, so I can't tell you about the spiky boys and the tic-tac-toes and all the other stuff we call these things. But there is an anaconda there, masquerading as one of these objects in the bottom middle of the screen. But it's a really cool shot. Really, really cool shot.
So cool. Yeah.
So nice work there, Commander Overseer.
Very cool.
Next up, we have Commander Space Hunter. So you have another crate. Crates are very, very popular. Like very popular. Just flying through a star with rings around it. One of the things I've never seen before in game, and Sally was like, "These do exist, Arthur." And here we have actual photographic evidence of someone doing that. Probably there to prove that fact correct. Really cool shot from Commander Space Hunter. And then last but by no means least, we have Commander Vox Lee. And this is a stunning picture. Lots going on here. We've got an anaconda sort of just dropping into orbit. We've got a ringed gas giant in the distance, tenuous atmospheric planet, some really cool mountain ranges in the distance. And it looks like if you look right at the bottom, that is a settlement with the lights on.
I didn't see that.
So it took me a little while to sort of unpack this as I was looking at it, as I sort of made it fit the little window. But really, really cool shot. Love this. Really, really love this. So amazing work, Commander Vox Lee. And I'm going to just flick on this little video that our Sally has wonderfully made for us. We'll just slowly flick through the images.
Careful on the old volume off.
Oh, blimey. Oh, I'm sorry.
Because it does have music. Get that right.
It's me ears, they're old. My eyes are aching. My knees are blind. Sorry. Anyways, Monty Python jokes aren't for now. So there we go. There's been a lot of stuff to talk about today. We talked about some of the in-game news that we can expect with Update 9 when it's coming early in December, followed by our end-of-year post, which I'll put out shortly before or on the same day as. We've got a really cool Christmas stream planned where we're going to show off a fleet carrier interior, which is amazing. I've seen a video of it. It's as cool as I wanted it to be, and more so. Which, if you're doing the Operation Ida thing, you're going to want to win a fleet carrier because this is really cool. So there's that coming up. I think we talked about the expedition, which was let me get the name right here. It was the Magellan Expedition with the Independent Explorers Association. If I don't know if Heather G or if Sally could pop the links in for these two things, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
that's
I reckon
off.
Heather's way faster than me. She's absolutely.
Yeah, that's kicking off. We also have the wonderful Holiday Hall with Operation Ida, which is the one I talked about where you can win the fleet carrier. So that's taking part. I think if I remember rightly, it was the 3rd of December to the 1st of Jan. We also have some global event that's taking place that if you were a pirate and you had particular devices that caught the wind that were of a certain colour and you only sailed on a Friday, might be coming up soon. So you should definitely check our socials for more information on that one. And I think, Sally, is that everything? Have I missed anything else off?
That's everything. We'll just look forward to the event as well. And you've already said that. But
we have. Yeah, we've got the event confirmed for December 10.
The 10th of December, information will be with you ASAP.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the next day or so we'll get the initial post out, and then the date for when the tickets will go on sale. Oh, we should also add that all tickets, all proceeds from tickets are going to go to special effects.
Yeah.
So this is a charity-based event. We don't pocket any of that. You will be donating to a fantastic cause.
Yeah. And your ticket does include food and drink, and your entry into the venue. And
and one raffle ticket.
And one
you
raffle
can buy
ticket.
Multiple raffle tickets.
You can buy more. You can buy more.
Yeah,
and again, all of that money will go to special effects. And we're going to clear out all the cupboards and bring a load of swag for people to win. It's be a really cool evening, I think. So yeah, keep an eye out for, again, on our socials. Tickets will go on sale this week, I think. All being well, it'll be this week, but we'll post that information for you. Okay, that's been us. We're 3 minutes early, and I feel like we're doing people a service.
What? Yeah, that's funny.
But I'm going to grab.
I can go fill up my my glass.
You're in big trouble, Missy. Big trouble. Right. Okay, everyone. It's been great chatting to you all. Sally, thanks for joining me and putting together the stream as always. Thanks to all the commanders who submit their wonderful creations via Reddit, socials, send us screenshots. It's always wonderful to see. And thanks to all the wonderful commanders out there doing cool things like we just discussed, like being a hauling event or an expedition. Love to hear it. Love to see it. And we'll catch you. It'll be Sally and me again back on Thursday because the boys are off. So we'll see you on Thursday for a bit of pew shooting stuff. So always a pleasure, and we'll catch you very, very soon. 07, everyone.
Bye.